What made you finally realize that the problem child of your family deserved better? For me, it was the day I found a letter hidden inside a cereal box, but I'll get to that. My older brother Nate was the problem child from the second grade onward. I was the baby of the family, so I mostly saw things through the lens of what mom and dad told me. Nate was lazy, disrespectful, and always looking for pity. He was 7 years older than me, so by the time I was in middle school, he was already out of the house. Well, kicked out technically at 17. Mom said he refused to live under rules, but I remember hearing the argument. He said he couldn't take it anymore. Dad told him, then leave, and he did. I grew up hearing things like, don't end up like your brother, or we already raised one failure, we won't do it again. They said he dropped out of school, that he drank, did drugs, ran with the wrong crowd. They made him sound like a tornado, so I never reached out, didn't even have his number. But when I turned 19, everything changed. It started when I got the flu really bad and was digging through the kitchen cabinet for ginger tea. That's when I knocked over a half-eaten box of Honey Nut Cheerios, and a folded stained envelope fell out. It had "To Eli" written on it, my name. I opened it. It was a letter from Nate, dated 2 years earlier. It started with, "Hey little bro, I know they won't ever give you this, but I'm writing anyway." He talked about how he used to sneak into my room at night just to watch me sleep when I was a baby. That it helped calm him down when he felt like the world was crushing him. He told me he missed me more than anything. Then he said something that stopped me cold. "I told the truth, Eli, about what Uncle Jeff did. I told the truth and they called me a liar." I read it 3 times. Uncle Jeff was mom's brother. He lived with us for about a year when I was maybe 5. I remembered him being weird. He always wanted hugs, always tickled too long, always stared too much. I took the letter and quietly called Nate. His number was scribbled at the bottom under, "In case you ever want to know who I really am." I didn't think he'd answer, but he picked up after 2 rings. He said nothing at first. Then, "Eli?" I asked him if the letter was real. He said yes. Said he told mom and dad that Uncle Jeff touched him more than once. Told them when he was 13. They said he was just trying to ruin the family. They made him apologize to Jeff for lying. That's when the rebellion started. Not drugs, not gangs, just a kid screaming for help and being told to shut up. I felt like I was going to throw up. I asked him why he hid the letter in cereal. He said he used to sneak in while we were out and leave stuff behind for me. Notes, toys, photos, little time capsules, hoping one day I'd find them. I confronted my parents the next day, told them I knew about Nate, about Jeff. My dad turned red and yelled. Mom told me Nate poisoned my mind. I told them I believed him, and I was done pretending he was the problem. I left that night, moved in with Nate 2 weeks later. He had a tiny apartment with a saggy couch and a cat named Waffles who hated everyone except him. We talked for hours about everything. He cried telling me he almost gave up on me, that he thought maybe they'd turned me against him forever. I hugged him and said, "They tried, but you left me breadcrumbs." We ended up going to therapy together. He got a better job. I started school again. We even spent Thanksgiving together that year. Just the 2 of us. Microwave mashed potatoes and cheap turkey slices. The next time someone calls a kid the problem, I always ask, or were they just the one nobody listened to? Because Nate wasn't a problem child. He was the only one brave enough to speak the truth, and they punished him for it.